So this week on the podcast, I was talking about Taylor Lorenz of the Washington Post, who whined about how badly treated she is for her reporting and then doxed our friends at Libs of TikTok, doxed the lady who runs Libs of TikTok, and then she complains that she's being attacked, and then put this woman's work address into the story at the Washington Post. First, I just want to play Taylor Lorenz whining about the fact that people don't like her because she's obviously not a very nice person. But mostly I play this on the show, but I want to play it again here just because I like watching her cry.
You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying. I'm so sorry.
You're fine,
It's overwhelming. It's really hard.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Oh, it's so hard. It was so hard that she doxed from the Washington Post, one of the most powerful outlets in the country. She doxed an independent who has been exposing liberals by just letting them talk. So today, as we do from time to time, I've asked our producer to assemble some of the libs of TikTok, and I will react to what they're saying and then go and probably terrorize Taylor Lorenz. Let's watch some of the libs of TikTok.
So the Don't Say Gay bill is actually also the Don't Say Straight bill.
Here's a section if you wanted to pause and screenshot.
Because of Florida's choice to keep things vague, so there's a big umbrella of which to discriminate, they also included straight people. So these are the straight things that you won't be able to talk about in Florida schools when this is enacted. Gender signs need to be taken off all of the bathroom doors. You cannot line up kids in girl rows and boy rows. You cannot talk about traditional families or a family with a man and a woman because that's heterosexuality. And I don't want y'all to talk about that in school. You won't be able to celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day in school. You won't be able to celebrate Christmas in school. I don't know what orientation the Immaculate Conception was, but I don't want my child subjected to that. What other examples of heterosexuality prevalent in K through third grade can y'all come up with?
So I'm just going to give this guy a pro tip here. If you see his shirt, if you look at the mirror and you're seeing a shirt like that and you happen to be wearing it, don't have an opinion.
Your opinion is wrong.
Okay, because first of all, you have no taste, and second of all, you may be an idiot. Okay, it's just possible. It's just the shirt alone will give away the fact that you're not well. So that's just a little advice for my liberal friends. If you're going to make a TikTok video and you look at the camera, for instance, or you look at the video and you see that you're wearing that shirt, don't say anything else. Let's hear another one. Now, I haven't seen these before, so I'm reacting off the cuff, but my shirt is much better. What the hell was that? I don't even know what that was. You know, here's another thing that I have to say about pronouns. This is a woman who's making a little dance over pronouns. What is this thing about fishes? What does it say? I've actually identified with fish gender for a long time. My name was Fish for years. So this pronoun set is very comfortable and nice for me. Thank you. Oh, so she's psycho. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I don't want to say anything mean about her. She thinks she's a fish. I mean, that's great, you know. Here's another pro tip. I would say that if you are thinking about your pronouns, you're probably not thinking about what you should be thinking about, like what contribution you could make to the world. I mean, this woman could just make a contribution swimming around in a bowl, but then you'd have to feed her every day. So I don't know. What can you say about a woman who thinks she's a fish? All right, hit me.
Homophobia is basically the belief that there's something bad about gay people or queerness. Like, if you think there's something bad about it, you are homophobic. That's literally what it is. It's that simple. And a lot of people will be like, well, I'm not homophobic. I just don't want, like, to talk about it, or I think it should stay private. And it's like, no, that's homophobic too, because you still think there's something there that isn't appropriate or that we shouldn't be, like, sharing or talking about. And even this idea that like we can't talk about sex with kids. It's like, first of all, we probably can. Our society is just like way too uptight about it. We give them toy guns, but we can't explain what sex is. Okay. And number two, I don't even think we need to talk about sex to be talking about queerness. So you could still be talking about queerness without talking about sex. It's all just very homophobic. You're just being very homophobic. That's it. And it's because you don't like queerness.
This is something that always bugs me a little bit, these words that the left is very good at making up that actually don't describe anything that exists. So homophobia, phobia is an irrational fear of something, and homophobia, I guess, would be an irrational fear of gay people. And I do not believe that existed until I saw that video, and now I think I may be experiencing it. Gays! Also, the reason that we don't talk to children about sex, but we do let them play with toy guns, is so that if some guy like this comes up to them and starts talking to them about sex, the kid can say, freeze, freeze, get out on the ground, I'm calling the police, which is, of course, the proper reaction.
So when I got this update about Clarence Thomas being in the hospital, I had some really sinful thoughts. I mean, I know I'm not alone, right? We all were like, is karma doing its thing right now?
Yeah, it's probably age too, but as well as karma. So this is a thing I actually enjoy about the left. Their theory is so corrupt that it allows them to wish a black man dead without thinking that they might be racist. But if you were to say, I disagree with Ketanji, whatever her name is, the new Supreme Court justice, that's racist.
This racism is killing me inside.
If you ask her about her judicial philosophy, that's racist. But if you wish Clarence Thomas dead, that's just, the way it is. I mean, that's because it's really not about color. It's not about anything. It's about the fact that they want to have all the power. And that's... I don't know. That's another thing that if I had sinful thoughts like that, I'd probably keep them off TikTok, but I might tell them to a priest. Maybe she ought to try that. Dance if you're pregnant, but you're killing the baby. So, in other words, if you're planning to have an abortion, you should dance. You'll do a lot of dancing because the flames keep you moving around through all eternity. Okay, so that's too sick to joke about, right? Give me something else. Wow, this is really, this is like, usually when we do this, they're pretty funny. And these have gotten so dark. Each one has gotten darker and darker. I feel like that guy in the horror movie who walks down the stairs when you're sitting there in the movie theater saying, don't go down the stairs.
He gonna kill you!
This is like, don't go into Libs of TikTok. Don't go into Libs of TikTok. Here's someone who got a hysterectomy because her parents wanted her to have a child. All parents want all their children to have children. That is why we're here. That is what we're doing. And if they tell you that they don't, they're either incredibly neurotic or they're lying. And the thing about it is like, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do what your parents want. But that's a natural thing that we all want to have because we're animals and we want to reproduce and fill the world with more people. But this lady solved her problem. This is dark stuff. I gotta tell you, I really feel like, I'm just looking at her face. Turn it off because it's very scary. This is another thing. I said at the beginning of this, if you're wearing that T-shirt, that shirt that guy was wearing, that you shouldn't have an opinion. If you look in the mirror and a psychopath is looking back at you, change your philosophy. All right, that's enough Libs of TikTok. I want to go back and talk to real people and sane people. If you love the content here, and you know you do, like and subscribe to the Andrew Klavan Podcast.